Well, isn't this interesting? The second I get into this game, do you know what I find, men? I find that this dude's attacking me. Am I recording right now? I better be. I am. Fuck you. Like, really? Come on. Anyway, so after watching through last video, I where am I? Oh. 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 That's where I am. Okay. I was talking about D&D, but I didn't actually talk about D&D. So this time I kind of do want to talk about D&D. Because me and my buddies have been playing, and instead of blathering on about some shit about self-expression or whatever, I want to talk about our really neat adventures. Like our last one, very recently. I thought it was a great time. So we have a character. We have a lot of characters. I think we have 5. We have a dwarf who is a drunkard, carries around a lot of ale, is a defender. So he's kind of a tank and likes to hit people, you know? But also likes to take hits. We have... What the fuck? Okay. We have a dragonborn scion, I think, who's a total bitch to everybody except the other female in the party. We have a human druid, half-elf druid, who's the other female in the party. We have a minotaur barbarian that is a language whore, who's me. I've got like 9 languages. Which is pretty dumb. Nobody ever needs that many languages. I've realized that by level 11 I can have all of them, so I'm waiting for that. And I could have done it more efficiently if I were playing it a bit differently, but my character wouldn't really have gone for it. And then we have a Shardmind sorcerer, I think. And the Shardmind sorcerer had our DM fluff it so that he was like literally a moon. He is a moon. He's a walking moon. He has hands. He has like a body made of moon rocks. He is a moon. And he's pretty cool. So what all has happened so far is that we end up in this town and we do this thing for this town. And then this giant demon guy is like, yo, I don't like you. And so he sends us into another plane of existence. In that plane of existence, we are like, damn, dude, we just got sent to another place. And we meet the moon guy, whose name is Moon. And we all go, okay, well, we're all in this together, so let's do it. And we do the thing. I don't remember what I was saying. So yeah, we all decided to go off together, blah, blah, blah. After he sends us through the portal. Then we start roaming the desert for a while, because the portal that he sent us through ended us up in the desert. And then after a run-in with bandits, and a loss of very, very much ale, we end up finding a town that is super religious. And then I had to duck out for a while because I needed to do a thing. So I missed a good bit. What I was described, though, was that we found the place and we were like, oh, dude, let's just go into a well. That's really suspicious. And they did, and we popped out on the other side of a church. And that was the extent to which I was brought up to speed. So yeah, that happened. But we come out on the other side. Am I like, yeah, okay, I was lagging for a minute there. And I got real quiet because I was thinking. We decided to do... Yeah. So we get to this town, we do all that stuff, and we're like, okay. And we figure out by going down there that now we know where the secret village or whatever is, where we get all the hidden treasure. So two of our friends, though, they disappear. Now, out of game, they actually had to leave. There was something that came up for them, but one of them, I don't know if one of them had to leave. I'm pretty sure that she left because our DM was like, okay, I need you to leave so I can do this thing. And she was like, all right, what thing? And, they discussed it, and they were like, yeah, that sounds good. But she could have also left for other purposes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure her mother and father were kind of angry. I don't remember what happened. I don't think it was with her. Whatever. Anyway. So we go looking for them. And we start talking to the librarian, because there's a library. Well, it turns out that while I was gone, Moon had gotten really friendly with the librarian. Not in that kind of way, considering he's a shard mine that is basically a moon. I'm surprised he understands what procreation is. So we end up, we go to her, and she's like, oh, something happened. There were these people, they came in, and they were like, we need you to tell us everything about this. And she was like, nah, dude, I can't do that. And she talks about how they roughed her up and hit her and beat her. And Moon, because he liked this person in a, completely platonic way, was like, okay, guys, we gotta go fuck those dudes up. So we end up finding them, or finding one of them, maybe. Potentially? Not really. We think it was an illusion, honestly. And we hop on a ship, because that's where we see him get onto. So we're on this ship, and this is already a bad idea. This is already dumb. Dumb. Bad. Really shouldn't have done this. And we get caught. Because the ship was, or because it was an encounter made for us to get caught. We weren't supposed to win the encounter. I mean, we fought with them, and we lost. And that's completely expected, because he had set it so that these guys were like level 16s. We did actually end up killing one of them because he jumped off, because he accidentally fell off the ship. So that was nice. Hanaris? Where? Okay, I'll try and find him. So we get caught. And then we have this other person. While we're in the cabin, down at the bottom, where they've kept us on hold, we have another person show up. He's a new addition to the party, and he might stay a while, but he might not, because our DM isn't sure how well he can handle 10 players. I need to check my time. Nine, 11, okay. Because DM's not sure how well he can handle so many players, and so he's like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that these guys are doing the things. So yeah, we're gonna try and get it so that you guys are all playing, and I can see how far I can go, which is fine. That works out kind of well, except it really, really doesn't, because most of our people are missing, or some of our people, not most. So we're like, okay, cool. That means you can help us get out of here. And he's like, yeah, dude, totally. So what ends up happening is that Moon tries to climb out of the window and teleport up to the top deck because he has a teleporting ability. But he falls when he's climbing through the window, but which, I mean, like, his roll was pretty bad, so it's not surprising. But when he tried to teleport back in, he rolled like a crit, and so he got back up onto the top of the deck where he was trying to go to start with. So that was kind of nice. And our other guy, swear to God, he gets onto the side of the he, like, climbs out of the window. He's on the side of the ship, and he's like, okay, time to climb up. He starts climbing up, and he fumbles and falls off the ship. And this is 4E, and normally 4E doesn't have fumbles, but our DM likes fumbles for whatever reason, and so he decided to incorporate them. So this fucker falls off the ship, and this guy's like a human Arabian ranger, which is pretty cool. Although I'm pretty sure I made far more racist comments about his Arabian hood than I should have. I don't know if he's actually Arabian or not, because every picture of him is actually just a picture of a crow, because that's what we call him, crow. But yeah. So I make a bunch of racist comments, and by me I mean Will. Will the Minotaur makes a bunch of racist comments. Out of character, I make a few more racist comments. But anyway, he falls off the boat. But he manages to climb back up and get back in. So that's all fine and dandy, right? So Moon's like, well, okay, he didn't make it up here. I guess that means it's up to me. And their original plan was to sneak around and try and throw people off the boat. Well, Moon goes to do that, and then he fumbles. And he's like, oh shit, no, I don't want to do this. He tries to, like, cast a spell to throw somebody off the boat, and as he's walking to where he needs to go, the guy notices him, he picks him up, and tosses him off the boat. Not Moon. Moon gets tossed off the boat. So after a little bit, so after the initial panic and laughter of what all had happened, he's like, okay, I need to get back up into the ship. So he does his athletic roll. It's not really great, but he gets up high enough so that he can send us a telepathic message, because that's what he's allowed to do. He can't speak language because I guess he traded that for telepathy. But he sends us a telepathic message, and he's like, okay, guys, I need help, right? And so the first thing my character does, because my character really likes Moon. He likes Moon a lot. Moon's a really nice guy to him, no matter what happens. And so my guy jumps out of the window and is like, I'm going to go save Moon. I've got to save Moon. Moon has to be saved. So we're both in the water. My rolls are really, really good right now. So I'm saving him. We get back to the rope. I swear to God, I hate my life so much. And my roll for my athletics was not high enough to carry both of us up. And so he ends up falling off of me, and I have to jump back in the water again, because, if Will's gonna die, Will the Minotaur, if Moon is gonna die, then Will's probably gonna end up dying with him, because Will's like, I gotta save Moon. Moon must be saved. And through a series of really dumb amounts of checks, we end up making it back onto the ship, where our friend was laughing so hard at our misfortune that she alerted the guards that something was up. And we were all getting attacked by these guards. Or no, now the guards are, like, trying to get in the door. Thankfully, she tied the rope to the door, so as we're climbing up, they really can't get in, because people can't lift a Minotaur. And that's where I'm going to have to cut it for now. I'll have to tell you guys the rest later. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you all. Peace.